I am here with Margo right now, and Margo is just going to share with us all about her year in muscles and mindset. Margo is a rock star client and has achieved so much. So I wanted to share that here with you guys. So again, hi Rachel. So if you're here, please just say hello. Let us know that you can hear us. And we are here with Margo. So Margo is a high school teacher in Surrey. Do you teach in Surrey or in Langley?
In Surrey, yes.
In Surrey, that's what I thought. Yeah, so Margo is a high school teacher and she is a writer. And Margo and I met via yoga.
Yes.
And so she's just and she did muscles and mindset for a year and has now graduated and is rocking her workouts on her own. So she's just gonna quickly share with us her experience and all that she gained. And she's just a total rock star. So welcome, Margo. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Anne. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here today.
Of course, love.
Yeah.
So did I miss anything in your intro? Anything about Margo?
No, that's basically me. Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
I live in Langley. I have a wonderful husband.
Yeah.
And I teach a bunch of high school students in Surrey. It's awesome.
Yes. Yes. So tell me, Margo, where were you before we started working together?
Before we started working together, I was kind of hit a plateau in terms of my fitness. I wanted to get to the next level. I was coming back from an injury and I had gotten past that, but then I couldn't get strength. I wanted to build a lot of strength, build muscle and lose some inches, and it just wasn't happening. I was doing something for a year. I was basically walking and running, kind of working out with weights, but that certainly wasn't working well. I kept injuring myself, was consistent with yoga, which I truly enjoyed, but I wasn't getting the results I needed. And I think when we started doing yoga together online during the pandemic, that's when I really kind of thought, I need to do something to kind of take control. And that's when I kind of thought, I think a personal trainer would be the best option at this point. And the fact that I can do your program from home, which was truly amazing. That's what I was looking for. I reached out to you, and then we kind of, things just started happening. I signed up.
Yes, and I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you did. Can you tell us a little bit more about what things were hard for you? Like you said, you were kind of, running and walking on your own. You were dabbling in strength stuff. Like what was the struggle? Like what was hard for you?
I think the struggle for me was not being consistent with my workouts. I would kind of go for a walk and think that was good enough. Or when I was using weights, I wasn't using them correctly. I didn't have the right techniques down, and certainly wasn't doing it enough. And so I wasn't seeing results, and I was getting discouraged and just thought, I hate this. And then of course, at the time with my eating habits too, they were so out of control. During the pandemic, I was staying up really late and just eating my feelings. Like it was just emotional eating. And I thought, I'm gaining weight and that's not what I want to do again. And I was constantly counting calories, even though I was eating crazy amount of calories, like I was binge eating at night. But during the day, I was just really trying to restrict everything. And it was just so hard just to get a good balance, just to figure out and take control of my life, really.
That's right. Okay, Margo, you're saying all these things, and I feel like this was an eternity ago. Like when you're talking about your injuries and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, like that was so long ago. So that's such a different you, Yeah. And I'm curious, did you have any fear about starting a program or starting my program or?
I did have fear. I did have some anxiety because I wasn't sure, like, is this going to work? Like what was the process going to be like? How intense was it going to be? If I didn't work out, were you going to be mad? And in terms of like diet, I wasn't sure about the food. Was I'm going to be on this really restricted diet? You're like, you can only eat this many calories. You can't eat this. You can't eat that. And I found out that's not the case. That wasn't the case. And I just really had to trust in the process.
Yeah, that was my next question, was like, why did you decide to do it anyways?
Um, it's something I've been wanting to do a long time, was to get a personal trainer. My husband and I had talked about that. He knew for years I wanted to build muscle, build strength, to be able to physically do a lot of things in my daily life, as well as just later in life, just have those kind of that muscle tone. And I knew I couldn't do it on my own. And he thought, no, you probably should just try it. Like, just why don't you just do the first round and see if
Yeah,
you like it? And if not, then it's not for you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you ended up staying for a year.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so proud of you. So tell us about your results and what you learned in the past year, when we were working with my team and I.
Oh my gosh. The amount of things I learned was just super incredible. It was a transformative year. Is simply in a quick, brief nutshell. It actually transformed my life forever. And I know
Oh,
that sounds kind of like, oh yeah, right, like as if, but no, it truly has. I think one of the biggest things is my mindset shift. It has shifted from being, I was very anxious and fearful, wasn't sleeping, not motivated to do things. And I got into a positive mindset. I was starting to do morning routines, which was something that, and you do, and there's a lot of other people in the program. And just being able to get up in the morning and take that time for myself, and do my meditation and set my goals up for the day. Like, what am I going to do? I started like letting go of the anxiety and realizing good things about myself. Like, was like, oh, I am capable of hard things and I am enough. And finding balance in my life. I was just obsessed with keeping a perfect house, and everything had to be perfect. And that was one way I was dealing with my anxiety. And I realized that another way to do that was through my morning mindset routine, as well as working out and doing positive things in my life that make me feel good, and learning to find that balance, that at the end of the day, if I'm exhausted, I don't have to clean the kitchen. It's not the end of the world. I don't have to have this perfect house all the time. And it, once I learned that, it just kind of took this pressure off. Like, everything just like, it's okay. Things are okay. And I'm doing enough. I think the longest time I thought, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not being enough. I am not enough. And now it's like, no, I am. Every day I'm enough. Everything I do is enough. So
yeah.
yeah, just that shift. And that shifted into my eating habits. So learning through like the coaching calls, with Kirsten about intuitive eating, that that was just revolutionary. This whole idea that I don't have to restrict food, I don't have to count calories. I used to be obsessed with it my whole adult life. I think I've always been on some sort of diet and counted calories and watched every food. And I grew up in a household where there was a lot of there's a lot of anxiety around food in our house, in that household. And now for me, I have let that go. I'm not obsessed with it. And once I was able to do that, I was seeing results. I was able to eat and lose inches, and I think lose weight. I haven't stepped on a scale in about a year. Uh, and I was obsessed with doing that. That was something that I did every week. Weigh in, and then I'd be angry at myself because I hadn't lost any weight, or I gained some back, and it was just devastating every week. And now it was like, I don't have to do that. And I saw the results. I'm still seeing the results. I did some measurements last week and I've lost more inches. And it's just this fine tuning with eating. There's no restrictions anymore. And I love that. I was thinking that I'm eating now. I learned how to eat. Learned how to eat when I'm hungry, and I eat when I'm hungry. And I've learned that the cue or the satiation feeling of like, oh, I'm full. This is full. Okay, I'm done. And learning portion sizes and not going, being controlling of everything that I was eating, and enjoying the treats and the snacks. And if I wanted a burger and fries, well, I'd have the burger and fries and just enjoy it. It just wasn't an everyday thing. And I'm not craving like the chips anymore and the bad food, where I always ask myself, I'm like, oh, what do I really want? What do I truly want? And a lot of times it is like, oh, I actually want a piece of fruit, or because I know how that's going to make me feel. It's going to make me feel good. It's going to make me feel full and good, not like, oh, I feel bloated now. I feel good.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. Some things that I was just thinking, Margo, is you have been super consistent. So you definitely picked up on the consistency. Can you tell us that? But actually, I want to say first, because I know there's going to be someone who watches this, like that thing you said about how you have learned that you can go to bed without cleaning the kitchen.
Yes.
I just wish everyone could have seen you a year ago when you were like, I can't, because I know there are people watching who are going to be like, that's like way crazy. I can't, like, there's no way. And I think we both know now it's a process, right? Like for you and I to both get there, and it takes time, but yeah, yeah, I just love that you said that. And so I wanted to ask about, we talked about eating. I wanted to ask about your physical and your strength gains too, because you're like so strong now.
Oh, I'm so strong now.
Yes.
So strong now. Yes. Oh, that in itself, like, my body is just, it has changed in such a way that I didn't expect it to change. In my mind, I thought, okay, start the program. I'm going to lose all this weight. I'm going to be a certain size by a certain time. And then, it started to happen. And then as I was using more weight and learned how to use dumbbells and resistance bands, my body has like lifted, everything's lifted up. And it's just bizarre. And things are getting bigger in a certain sense in terms of like my chest and my back are expanding, but in a good way, super muscular. When I look at my before and after pictures, I'm just like, whoa, that's me in those pictures. Like, I can't believe the difference. Every day I look at myself in the mirror and I just think, wow, I look amazing. I look incredible. And I feel incredible. And I feel so confident. The way I move, my husband had mentioned, he goes, even just the way you move and carry yourself, you're stronger and you're just like confident in the way you're doing things. I can lift things without, oh, I don't know. And I know what I can handle now. And it's just incredible. I see the definition and I've lost so many inches. And it's just incredible. I feel amazing. I went and bought a new bathing suit a couple weeks ago.
Yay.
And when I left, got out of the change room, and I said, I just need to get another one of these, like something very similar to that. And she goes, oh, that was the right size. Well, if I was about to come out in the bathing suit itself and just walk around to the store. And I think I was confident enough to walk around in a store in just a bathing suit. I think I'm feeling pretty good about my body.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And for the first time, I'm not criticizing it. Like, it is just incredible. I used to always say, oh, you're so fat. You're so fat. You got to lose weight. You got to lose 10 more pounds. My whole adult life was 10 more pounds, 10 more pounds, 10 more pounds. Now I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see in another year what my body will look like. I think it's just going to look amazing still.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Margo. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. You're such a light and such a good role model. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh.
And so my last question is just like, if there's someone watching this testimonial who is afraid or hesitant or skeptical, why should they go for it? Like, why is it worth it to invest in yourself and go for it?
Oh, I think the question is, why not do it? Why not invest in yourself? Like, a lot of people, and even myself, it is like, I saw the price, I was like, that's a chunk of money. But in the end of the day, it was worth every penny. It was worth it. Like I said, I thought, okay, I'll try it for the 3 months. Just try it out. And if you hate it, you hate it. But chances are you're going to love it. You are going to love it. No, it's truly, it's just transformative. I think so many women are obsessed with how they look and how they feel about their bodies because that's what the society has told us to do. And this program has shifted that for me, where I realize I don't have to look perfect. And I'm not going to look a certain way in terms of what I would see on TV or in magazines, because that's not me. Everybody's body's different, and it's going to look and change a different way for everyone. And I think if you can just say, okay, I can do this, I want to do this, just invest in yourself. At the end of the day, it's all you have.
So true. You're so wise, Margo.
Oh,
You want to be a coach?
I do.
I love it. Thank you, Margo. We love you so much. Thank you for taking this time. Margo is awesome and supportive. I'm sure if you guys have comments of support and questions for Margo, she will answer them for sure. She's super active in this group.
Yes.
Thank you, Margo. I love you, and I'll honestly miss you, but you are ready to fly on your own. So
thank you, Anne. I miss you guys so much.
All right, my love. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, Margo.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.